back to another episode of the Movie Brothers. I'm Ant. This is Kev. What's up, brother?
Not much, man. How you doing?
I like this bow tie, man.
Thank you, Kat. I like to show off a little bit from time to time.
Yeah. What
is that, Robert? It is actually.
Very nice, very nice. Well, hey, thank you guys for joining us once again for another episode. We are reviewing the film No Good Deed for you today. This film is rated PG-13. Really, Kev? Already?
No, man. Do what you do.
Okay. This film, as I was saying, this film is rated PG-13, has a runtime of 1 hour and 24 minutes. This film is a thriller. In this film, an escaped convict terrorizes a woman and her 2 children.
This movie was directed by Sam Miller, who, if you're not familiar with his work, he's responsible for a lot of television type episodes. He directed the BBC episodes of Luther, starring Idris Elba.
Yep.
He also directed Low Winter Sun. Now, this movie stars Taraji P. Henson, Idris Elba, and what do you say we take a look at the trailer for it?
Yeah, let's take a look at the trailer. But you know what? And actually, I think this is the first film we've reviewed with Idris Elba in it. And I gotta say this, you know, with the upcoming release of Annie, and actually we have a black Annie now, y'all. So, which I'm pretty excited about that. I don't know about you, but with that said, don't you think it's time for a black James Bond? And I'm talking about Idris Elba playing James Bond. I mean, what do y'all think?
You know, yeah. I ain't got nothing against Idris Elba as James Bond, but I think that this world is probably less prepared for a black James Bond than they are a black president.
Hey, maybe so, but I think it's time. Don't y'all? Let's take a look at the trailer. Let's go.
Somebody needs to use the phone.
Let's do it. Let's go. And up to the sky.
Put her down!
Please. Please what?
You don't have to do this.
I would have thought of all those brains you've got, you would have figured out the game you're playing by now.
Terry, are you here?
All right, y'all. No Good Deed is basically no good.
It's a no good dud.
And on that note, Kev, can we throw some points on this thing?
In the interest of saving time, I'd be more than happy to.
Let's do it. Well, as much as I would like to do that, you know, as the Movie Brothers, we would not do you that disservice. I mean, what do? We bring you the real on the real. We got to chop this thing up.
That's what we do.
So, you know, let's go ahead and get into this thing, Kev. You know,
Okay.
Kev, my biggest problem starting out is that we have a predominantly black cast in this film, hence black characters. And when you have that, you have to write the story, you have to write the script around the character.
Right.
And there are too many things in this film that are just unbelievable around Taraji P. Henson's character. Where am I going with this? Things that you just ain't gonna see a black woman do. That's just what it is, right? I mean, so from my mama to my sister to my wife to even my crazy aunties, you ain't gonna see them open the door for no stranger.
And they pack pistols.
And they packing pistols, and they ain't gonna do it. It's not gonna happen. So that's just a major flaw for me.
Right. No, I'm right there with you. I mean, this script really needed a lot of work. Anytime as a producer you buy a script, you buy that script knowing who your target audience is and who you are trying to basically lure into the theaters. And the bottom line is that with this, we don't get African Americans doing things that we know African American people to do.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they just seem lost as a result. The characters don't seem realistic. They don't seem true to life, and it's hard for us to get invested in them.
Yeah, for sure. The acting front, you know, it's starring Idris Elba and Taraji P. Henson. My biggest problem on the acting front is, unfortunately, with Idris Elba. 2 powerhouse actors, right? These guys are you know, stars. We know that. but we just don't see Elba's best work in this film. And the biggest problem that I'm having is that he's coming in and out of his accent constantly throughout the movie. I'll give you one pass, Kev.
Right.
But for that to happen constantly throughout the movie is just not called for. We know what he can do from Stringer Bell and The Wire and so on, but it just does not work. Taraji, she was solid. She did her thing.
With what she was given to do.
With what she was given to do. Even, I think she's more of a comedian than she might even know, because she's funny without even trying.
She's got outstanding comedic chops, and she's also capable of doing some drama as well, as we've seen in movies such as Hustle and Flow and Baby Boy, two roles in which I feel like she brought it.
Yeah.
I've seen both of these actors do better, I guess is really the bottom line. Taraji displayed truly heartbreaking depth in some of the movies that I've seen. I saw none of that depth in this particular film. Idris Elba, you know, he's like you said, you called him a powerhouse. He is a powerhouse presence. All we got to do is see him flex his muscles instead of flexing his acting abilities.
Yeah. Hey, Will Packer. We got a Will Packer production here. I am very happy for this brother. I'm very excited with this opportunity he has for producing these different films. But we got a nasty little trend here that I'm just not feeling. From Ride Along to Think Like a Man to here we are now with No Good Deed, where it's like if I fed you crackers and water for years, right, and I finally show up with a hot dog, I mean, you're gonna think it's a T-bone steak,
filet mignon,
ribeye, right? But guess what? It's still a hot dog.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's still a hot dog, and that's what I feel like we, the audience, in particular the African American audience, we've been starved for so long to see people like us on the big screen. When we finally get anything that's served up to us, I mean, we tearing into it.
Right. When I see the big fedora, the Will Packer Productions fedora hit the screen, I'm immediately thinking fear the fedora, fear the fedora, because I don't know.
Jack, man.
I don't know exactly what I'm going to get, and based on what we've gotten in the past, I'm really not anticipating, what I'm going to get. I'm proud of this brother's accomplishments. I hope he continues to do well, but I just really feel like he has the opportunity to do what a lot of other African American artists would love to be able to do, and that is bring the audience something special. Okay, bring us the type of projects that we want to see, that we have traditionally seen from white America for centuries. Okay, that's what we want to see. That's what we want to see.
No,
that's what I'd like to see from him. I think he has that juice, and I think he has that ability.
Yeah. Let's put some points on this thing. I think we've covered it. We're gonna throw some points on this thing. You know, for me, I would give this film a 5. I'm gonna go ahead and bump it up to a 5.5, Kev, just for Taraji, because she didn't deserve this. So I'm gonna throw a half point.
What you mean she didn't deserve it? She got paid for this.
Well, yeah, that's true, actually. But I still feel maybe
she didn't do it for free.
Maybe just because she's so sexy, my heart bleeds. For her anyway.
All right. Bleed on.
I'm giving Taraji a half point. 5.5 for me. Save your money. From a business perspective, this film is extremely smart. From a creative and art standpoint, it's very dumb.
Right. This movie rips off better thrillers like Cape Fear, for example, The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, Basic Instinct. These are the types of movies that this movie wants to aspire to be, and it just falls woefully short. They say that no good deed goes unpunished, but I can honestly say that you are punishing yourself with an Adrian Peterson size switch if you sit through this movie. I give this movie a 5.5, 5.5.
A little too soon for that, kid.
I'm sorry, forgive me, audience.
On that note, we're going to wrap the show. We are the Movie Brothers. Be sure to tune into us on Facebook, where you can like us,
or follow us on Twitter at the Movie Brothers.
And make sure you subscribe to this channel.
And make sure you spell it brothers, B-R-U-T-H-A-S. I've had some people trying to say Movie Brothers. I can't find the Movie Brothers nowhere.
Right, yeah, it is bruh. You got to put that in there.
Yes.
All right. We are the Movie Brothers. I'm Ant. This is Kev. And this is the place where we bring you nothing but the real on the real.